order. First of all, Alan, we need to address the abatements this time, and I'll let you make the introductions and
Very good.
presentation.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, council members. Pleased to have two tax abatement requests to bring to council this morning. Both reflect reinvestments by companies already here in Willie County, looking to add capabilities, capabilities that support additional growth of the companies, and ultimately add jobs and retain jobs in the community. So wanted to introduce Jason Brooks, CEO of Chromosource, who's here with us this morning to explain a bit about the product they're looking at, and then also Scott Wursler, who's president of Red Star Contract Manufacturing. So I'll defer on how you want to go through the steps of each. If we could hear from both companies and then approve both, or
let's just do one at a time so we don't get mixed up.
Jason.
Hi there. Again, I'm Jason Brooks with Chromosource. We are as you may know, we're a color sampling company. It's a very unique product that we manufacture. We're not a print shop. There are only 3 companies like us in North America. We do have competition. Every order that we manufacture is indeed bid competitively. Our clients are all major Fortune 500 companies. None of them are even located in the state of Indiana, but we manufacture color material for the point of purchase of paint. Lowe's stores, Home Depot stores, Walmart, Benjamin Moore, Sherwin-Williams stores. Anywhere that you would go to select paint, and we manufacture fan decks, color cards, take-home strips. We also make architectural portfolios, so architectural firms, graphic design firms will have larger format color sampling products, and we make all of that. The process has been traditionally manually performed in terms of matching the paint, and then we apply paint to paper. Technologies have changed greatly in the last 10 years or so since we moved to Whitley County. They now have machines that can very accurately and precisely dispense the combination of base and colorants that are needed to match the colors which we manufacture. And we probably produce uniquely around 8,000 different colors per year. 80% of those colors are probably repeat colors, which every year we reformulate them and recreate them. The technology advancement in dispensing will give us the ability to reproduce those colors accurately and quickly. We think that'll give us a competitive advantage in that we will be able to reproduce work that we've done prior and meet timeline expectations. We're very busy right now. We're probably at full capacity. That's one of the reasons why we'd like to invest additional equipment. The paint industry is really starting to blossom. Every 10 years or so, major paint companies will come out with a new color system, a new marketing blitz, and that time is upon us. All of our clients, and they usually follow in a domino effect. As soon as one of them comes out with a new major rollout, if Lowe's does something, Home Depot will react, and we benefit from that because we manufacture stuff for everybody. We're looking to create several jobs, and it won't be just related to the dispensing area and matching and coating areas. It will require additional employment throughout all of the processes in our building. And we see that probably being sustained for many years to come. Right now, I pretty confidently see a pretty steady 3 to 4 year backlog of strong work for us. In addition to that, we'll be trying to integrate in some more innovative ways of reusing some of our raw materials with this system. We're going to be having a thinner reclamation system that processes and cleans. We won't be producing as much plastic material in terms of purchasing buckets and barrels that are plastic. We're going to convert to steel, which is kind of a green initiative. That's really about it. questions?
I have one question. On the, throughout the document that we were provided, it states 12 employees will be added. And on the statement of benefits of personal property under the direct project impact estimates, it says that new jobs would be 4 at a total of 160.
That's certainly, it is 12.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure where the 4 interplayed. That may have been an initial document that, I think we'll have 4 individuals.
It's on this sheet right here, Alan.
Oh, on the impact estimate. Okay, that was an initial estimate.
Yeah.
And
Okay, so the 12 overrode the 4.
exactly. And that's a worksheet we use to estimate out, what an abatement looks like as far as, benefit to the county as well as, tax savings to the company. And so that was an initial worksheet, but the 12 number is a newer figure based on the benefits, I think, of the whole project.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Worked, of course, with Lauren Kravik from Region 3A, apparently abatements, so any questions about the mechanics of the abatement weren't helped with, but
That was an initial number.
yeah.
Okay.
And then Jason wanted to think about it some more. And as he mentioned to you during his presentation, he got to thinking more and more about how this investment would affect his company throughout his process and over time. And so that was revised upward to 12.
Well, I'm glad you asked.
In your hiring process with your new employees, is your company veteran friendly in their process?
Sure, yes. I would say that we are. I mean, we're a very unique company. You don't find anyone that has any understanding of usually color theory. We don't find very many people that have ever matched lacquer and applied it to paint or applied it to paper. We have cutting processes. The machinery that we have is very unique. So we evaluate people across the board in terms of what's their experience, but it's hard to find anyone that has any knowledge or understanding of color marketing.
Are you able to employ mostly residents of Whitley County, or do you have to bring in employees from other areas?
It seems more and more that it's mostly Whitley County. I mean, there are some Allen County employees, but we have been pulling on Whitley County heavily lately. Mhm.
This request was gone over by the redevelopment commission, unanimously approved, and based on that, I'd recommend move that we approve this waiver request for Chrome Source.
What's the number on this one, Jen?
2013-06. 2013-06, sorry.
Do I hear a second for the
I'll
bill?
second the motion.
It's been moved in second. Any other questions or concerns at this time? If not, all in favor of the motion, raise your right hand. Opposed, same. Okay. When did you first come to the building out there?
It was 2001.
You know, when that building sat there for empty, and we thought, man, nobody will ever use that thing.
Yeah.
How much of it are you using?
We use every inch of that building. That building is full to the top. So,
That building is huge.
yeah. It's, we thought we'd have ample room and quickly filled it. So we have other facilities where we're holding finished goods. We're leasing 2 additional places. We do look at the building across the street every now and then, since I drive past it every day and see it, like, there it is. In terms of proximity, it's certainly on our minds as we grow.
I like the way you're thinking.
Yeah. I wish we could tunnel underneath 30.
Just quickly, Jen, in response to her question, you do have the SB one that shows 12.
The SB1 was right, it's the backup paperwork.
Just wanted to make sure.
Okay. And one comment on the Chrome Source project. Really, that project came together quickly. I think in some small measure we have helped accelerate that project based on some outreach. Commissioner Trump and I went and met with Jason, and we've got a small team where we are making a dedicated effort to get in front of all of our major employers on a regular basis, at least once, if not twice a year, just to make sure we can keep going back to our toolbox to find ways to support our companies, and maybe help accelerate something that, could have happened a year or two from now, but that way, we can maybe see some more investment sooner time horizon. So,
I should comment, yeah, that's certainly true. Yeah, Alan has done a nice job of staying in touch with me and letting me know about opportunities that exist and that are out there. And we have been, for a year now probably, throwing around ideas of this advanced technology, and it was in combination with some of the dialogue that he and I had, and that moved this project forward a little bit.
Thank you.
Well, it always makes us feel good when somebody that's already here decides to
Yeah.
stay and make an expansion too.
Yeah.
We do have a second project today, so we can quickly transition. I want to welcome Scott Wursler, who's president of Red Star Manufacturing, Red Star Contract Manufacturer. Red Star has some unique capabilities in plastic molding, mold making, and doing molding for medical device manufacturers, working with customers in numerous states. Scott has been a client of our Small Business and Entrepreneurship Initiative, has received some funding from our Revolving Loan Fund program. It was money we received from USDA. So again, very pleased to be able to work with a company on an ongoing basis and find ways we can support them throughout their growth, and has a new project to take on this year, add some more floor space and some more capabilities. So, yeah.
I was here a couple years ago and we talked about a tax abatement for remodeling and renovating the existing facility in Larwell. We did that, and there was one section to the south, it's 1,000 square feet, that we did not renovate. And now we're at the point where we'd like to do that renovation. And in doing so, we're going to add some CNC capabilities and be able to start doing our own mold manufacturing. Had a difficult time trying to find people in the area. Insert molding is a little bit different than normal plastic injection molding. You're usually molding around something else, like a piece of metal. There's a lot of operator interaction, and those were the first jobs that went to Mexico and then China because of the amount of operator interaction. Some of that work is coming back. Medical devices, they like to stay in the States when they can. It's a lot easier to keep control of sterilization and other quality issues. Our largest customer is in Texas, and they are doing quite well with a new bone biopsy procedure for leukemia patients. It's less painful to the patient, and it gets a better sample. And right now, we're the only people in the world making the needle set for that device. That's been pretty exciting. Right now, 60% of their business is domestic and 40% is overseas. Their goal is to switch that in the next 3 years and have 60% of it overseas and 40% of it domestic, and that's by the overseas growth. That being said, we've grown to the point where we've doubled in sales from last year to this. From 2011 to 2012, we doubled. We were able to add one part-time person in doing that. Now we want to vertically integrate our capabilities to be able to support ourselves better. My background is machine building, so we built the injection molding machines that we use, which is pretty unique compared to our competition. We'd like to take it a step further and be able to manufacture the molds that go in those machines, which would allow us to be a little quicker at prototyping and do some of the things that they like seeing in a small business. We're going to be adding a technology type position. It's not your typical machinist that would go to an orthopedic company and hit buttons and run the same program day in and day out. It's going to take somebody that has mold making skills and abilities. But that's going to help us grow with this company. I was down there in April, and one of their concerns before passing off more and more of their business to us is what happens if Scott gets hit by a bus, or what happens if this happens. And by adding more technology into the facility, I'll have somebody that can do the things that I do when I'm there, and then that'll help us to grow even more as we move forward. So we're looking at adding a CNC Haas mini mill and a sinker. Those are new pieces of equipment. That's what I've put on the paperwork. And then we're gonna also add in a used manual mill, the software to support this, computer of course. And then with the revolving loan fund Alan talked about, I purchased 5 surface grinders, and we use those to prototype our biopsy needles. So as a customer comes up with a new idea and configuration, we can quickly generate prototypes for them. And it's a good fit having a tool maker there to help assist with that. So. Have any questions?
No, but if you ever get a chance to get to Larwell, and I know it's hard to get there because of all the traffic, but if you get a chance, go up 30 to 5 and go north, and they've done a beautiful job of that old building and given it a facelift, and it's really beautiful, Scott.
Thank you.
Scott had some really good help with getting that done too, so. No, wasn't me. The guy I worked with though.
Yeah, they've done a good job.
Yeah, it looks good.
One of my standard questions is, are you veteran friendly in your hiring processes?
Yes, I wouldn't see why. Of course we are.
The resolution number is 2013-07 for this one.
I'll make a motion that we approve this as submitted.
I'll have to second that.
Moved and seconded. Any other, excuse me, any other questions or discussion? If not, all in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, same. Okay, it's passed again.
You didn't say how many, Paula? Did you want to go with 10 years?
Yes.
As presented.
Any other questions I can help with? Thank you.
See, Alan, I do have a question for you before you take
Yes.
off. Has that revolving loan fund changed any in the last couple of years?
No.
The way it's structured or anything?
No, we have everything in place the same. As the money from CDIT comes back, you can decide whether you want to, put it out again. It's in a separate fund, or with our USDA money, as that money comes back in, we can change the terms of that as well. So it's one of our items for this summer, this fall. Think about it. If there's something else we can do with the funding, and just a different way we could use it, but it would still be the same structure of small, lower interest, shorter term loans to help provide working capital or equipment purchases.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.